Boom, and there we are live. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna do my intro, then I'm gonna work the room and let all my guests do their intro, and then we're gonna get this podcast to popping. Hello, everyone. I am Paul Wizzo. I want to welcome you out to Wizzo Talk. If you'd like to subscribe to Wizzo Talk, the link is in the description or strolling right across the bottom of the screen. Just make sure you click that notification bell because I'll post according to my guest availability rather than on a fixed schedule. So we don't want you to miss out on nothing. If you'd like to be a guest on Wizzo Talk, by all means, hit me up in the comments, hit me up in the chat, send me a smoke signal, carrier pigeon, or whatever you got to do to get me the message, and we'll get you on the show. Don't worry about a topic. I got plenty of them. Remember that it's absolutely free, 100% free to like, share, subscribe, and follow. I appreciate your support. If you're watching this from Facebook, there's a link in the description. Please hit that link and hit that notification and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will greatly appreciate your support. Right now, we're going to work the room. We're going to meet our guests, and then we're going to get this podcast popping. So as always, we got ladies first. So let's come on over to Miss Ashley.
Hey, everybody, my name is Ashley, and I am a licensed life insurance agent and a financial strategist. I'm also a travel agent and also a multi brand entrepreneur. I basically help families and help individuals secure their income, secure their their savings, and help them build a better future and have fun while doing so.
Okay, so if someone wanted to reach you, how do they go about reaching you?
Yeah, you can send me an email. It's Turner Ashley D at gmail.com or Facebook Lasting Legacies Agency. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, all right, cool. Check it on out. All right, now let's come on down to Big Woo. Kevin.
Hey, good evening, everyone, and nice to meet you, Ashley, Rico, Wizzo, Kevin Woods. I am a IT security professional. I'm not fancy like Ashley. I'm just me. I just help secure things for the University of Texas at Arlington, whether it's research, money, kids' grade. That's it.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, then come on up here, Rico. What you got on that intro, Rico? What you got?
Hey, I'm not new here. I'm true here. Hey, it's Rico. You can find me always at Rhyme with Rico on TikTok or on YouTube. And also, I want to co-sign with what Ashley said. I recently got life insurance with her, and the process was really easy, and she took care of me really well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all.
All right, that's what's up. And I just say this before I finish read this other little thing I have. I definitely look forward to doing a one-on-one with you, Ashley, because people prepare for everything and all that stuff, but don't want to go and get no life insurance on themselves and on their kids and on their grandkids and or whatever. And it's best to go and get that stuff right now before you wait and have issues and health issues later.
Exactly.
So,
and just a small little blurb about that. Life insurance is also not just about passing away and having money for that. You can also utilize a lot of those policies while you're still alive. So I have one on my son simply for the purpose of saving money for him when he's old enough to use it. So there's lots to talk about, lots of things, stereotypes to break. But yeah, I look forward to the one-on-one.
All right, most definitely. We're going to set it off.
Be sure you let me know when that happens so I can pass that to the brothers in our men's Bible study. That took 30 minutes of the one simple question. A brother wanted to get a true answer about life insurance, and we were trying to explain to him how someone like Ashley can't just say a person at this age with this and that needs to get this much. It depends on all these different parameters. And he meant well, but Ashley just said something, and what I was trying to convey that life insurance is more than about insurance and burial death, and there's so many ways that you can use it as a financial investment.
For sure.
Okay.
And it's tax free.
Yeah. All right, cool. So check this out, guys. So I have one thing that I'm gonna read, and then I have one question for each one of you, and then we're gonna get right on off into the topic. So the people that's watching right now, hey, if you have any comments, anything, post them in the chat. I'll share them on the screen. This is our last live podcast of 2025. So let me read this, and then I got something for y'all ads. Okay, here we go.
Prepare yourself.
Wizzo Talk is an unfiltered, unscripted podcast designed for a mature audience. If you're uncomfortable with explicit language, or direct conversation, this may not be the space for you. We speak openly here without holding back. Don't let strong, explicit language distract you from the powerful message being shared. So at any time during the podcast, you sub to hear me talk about dick or pussy or whatever. So if it's going to offend you, and then you may need to exit this stage, because my girl, if anything, she hate to hear me say that somebody's sucking somebody's dick from the back. But anyway, with that being said, let me drink a drink and then let me get to my question for y'all.
You know what? Y'all caught me off guard. Cuz got a glass. I saw Ashley with a glass. I saw Rico pouring some. Y'all know what?
You
If
gotta
I
stay
exit
prepared.
stage left, y'all ain't gonna leave me.
Yeah.
I ain't got no damn glass. I'm on somebody. Look at this. This some Frappanapple bullshit.
That boy got him some essential.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's all right.
All right.
Well, once he get these topics, I'm finna go get me a glass. I've been
yeah.
on something too, some chocolate crown. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is.
Oh, you know what that's really good in? An espresso martini. Use it instead of vodka.
He don't do nothing with his, I don't think.
Because it tastes like a Tootsie Roll by itself. You gotta do something with it.
You know what? Somebody told me about that on the ship. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Say it again, Ashley, so I can get it one more time. On espresso or what?
Espresso martini. But martinis are historically made with vodka. So instead of vodka, use the crown.
The chocolate crown. Okay.
I know because Wu usually don't put nothing with his drink like that. He usually have it on some rocks.
No, but that's sweet and flavored. You need to do something with that.
Okay, guys. So like I said, I have one question for each one of you. After I read the question and you answer it, however, I don't have any other questions. But if you guys want to ask something, you can. So as always, we got to start with Ashley here first, because ladies first. However, when I had this other lady on before, I said ladies first, and she told me she gonna say, how you gonna say ladies first? Because my dick may be bigger than all y'all's. I said, well, damn. Okay. Then. How you doing?
I might need to go get my glass.
Okay, so here's my first question. Creed, what you doing watching? You supposed to be at line dance. Okay, so here we go. Ashley, here it is, just for you. So your man give you 99% of everything that you want. You know, is one thing that he's don't give you, just that one, but he's giving you 99% of everything that you want. Old Jody over there has that one thing. Will you cheat?
What's the one thing?
I don't know. You know it. You know the one thing. I don't know. Your man is giving you 99% of everything that you want. I don't know what all that is. Only you know that. But he's got this one thing that he's not giving you that's the most important thing to you. But Jody is giving you that one thing. Maybe it's attention, or Jody will give you that, that one thing. So I'm asking you, will you cheat to get that one thing that's missing?
Yeah, I think at this big age of 38, about to be 39 in a couple weeks, I'm going to say no, I will not cheat, because it's more important to have, the majority of the good things in your relationship. Everything else can be worked on, I don't think that you should throw away a 99% flourishing, successful relationship for 1%. No.
Okay. So you wouldn't.
You said 38?
Yeah, I'm 38. I'll be 39 January 7th.
Damn. Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
Capricorn season.
All right. So she wouldn't throw it away. All right. Oh, Cree, you've been sick. Hey, I hope you get to feeling better. Shit, my partner, she's sick. All right. Before we go any further, without further ado, Poke Dog.
What's happening, brother?
Tell everybody who you is.
Oh, I appreciate you having me on. Sorry for being late. I was looking at this crazy recipe about using bananas and no flour to bake, and I started messing around with it. But just please forgive me. But anyway, thanks for having me on. Really appreciate it. I always love coming to the barbershop, talking with it. What's going on, people? How y'all doing?
Hey.
Okay.
All right.
Big folks' name. Always here for a good time. Got another word for the day, of course, when I come on.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you know what? Poke Dog,
the word for the day.
Oh, go ahead.
Is effulgent.
Who?
Effulgent. E-F-L. Yes. E-F-L-U-G-E-N-T. Effulgent. What it means is brightness, a shining of the spirit of sorts. And I think Wizzo, you bring some of that to this arena. And that's why I chose that word today, is to show you a little appreciation.
Oh,
Nice.
shit. That's what's up. I appreciate it. And, you know, I appreciate you, man, for coming up with that word for me and for coming on at the last minute, because usually I let people know about the podcast a week or two ahead of time, and I had a guy drop off and you jump right on up in there, man. So I appreciate you wholeheartedly for that. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate that word. Okay. So let me come to Wu with your question right here. And what we're doing, Rico, this I'm sorry, Poke Dog, I just have a question for everybody, and then we're gonna get right on off into the podcast and topic. This is like an icebreaker. So this one is yours for you, Big Wu. What do you say to a MAGA supporter that's trying to convince you that Trump is saving the world? What do you say to that MAGA supporter that's trying to tell you or convince you that Trump is really saving the world?
I wish you'd ask me that.
Yeah. Since we uncut, damn. Okay. Fuck you and Trump.
All right, that's what's up is. Yeah.
That's what I say to him.
Right.
Or a second thing I would say is since we letting criminals run the country, shit, I got some kinfolk and some friends that's criminals. I think they should be on the administration.
Right. Okay, that's what's up. I'm gonna just address Creed. Creed, the only reason I didn't ask you to come on because I know it's Thursday night and I know that you usually do line dance. So that's why I didn't invite you on the show. So, or if I would have known, I would have. Okay, well, now we know what you're telling. PM, you there?
P.
What's up, PM?
PM, you there? Okay, while PM is getting set, let me go ahead on and go to my next person. Like I say, y'all, these are just some questions that I come up with y'all, like some little icebreakers, and then we're going to get right on off into the main podcast topics. So let me see Poke. Okay, Poke, this for you. Let me see where you are. I'm gonna just set this up and just read it. You sitting at a bar, having a drink. The guy next to you start talking about how he have to beat his wife ass sometime to keep her in check. What's your reply to him?
I would not have a reply to him. I would find me another spot. This is not a person I would like to have a conversation with here anymore about whatever's going on with them. Yeah, right. I'd have to move around.
Okay, all right, that's what's up. Okay, move on around. That's what's up. Rico, coming to you. Who? Let me just. Who's the best at cheating? Men or women? Who cheat the best? Men or women? When it comes to cheating, who cheat the best?
Women.
Why?
Because depending, you know what? I'll give a little more than that. Depending on the age of the man. Because at a young age of men, I believe that the way most of us feel, we do it because we really don't care about getting caught. A woman cares about getting caught, so obviously she's going to put more thought into cheating. She's going to do more things to ensure that she doesn't get caught. But with us, we just put it out there. So I would say women. But as men get older and later in life, you learn, hey, never mind. Never break your routine.
I want to hear that.
Never change your routines because they pay attention to them. Yeah. Plan in advance. That's what they do.
I did. That's what's up. All right. I think Big Woo went to get him a drink. Y'all, so those are just some questions that I just kind of had to just throw out there to just throw some shit out. So now I'm going to get off into my first topic. And to the viewers that's out there watching, hey, you already know that you're going to get more than one topic here. I have 5 people on right now, so everyone's going to bring a topic. So if you need to go get you a drink or you need to go do whatever, piss, shit, do whatever, you should have done that, or just either run a catheter and put the toilet seat up under your ass and keep the paper right there. Because if you leave, I guarantee you're going to miss something really, really, really fire conversation going on. So that's just all I'm saying right there. With that being said, I'm gonna get off in there. Cuz, you got your drink? Okay, hold that shit up then. So we all got our shit then. All right, that's what's up. Okay, so here we go. Now, what I'm gonna ask you guys, and I'm talking about, and you guys should be able to see the comments right there that Cree is posting in the chat or whatever and stuff. So you guys should. So here's I'm talking about justice. So I had to do a little research on Lady Justice and her and that blindfold. So I'm gonna read what I got, and then I'm gonna ask you guys my question, and then we're gonna chop it up for a little bit about it, and then we move right on to the next person. Lady Justice is blindfolded to symbolize that justice should be impartial or objective, applied without bias toward wealth, power, race, focusing solely on the evidence. The blindfold represent fairness. I stumbled a couple there, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The blindfold represent fairness. So this is what I'm saying. However, we as black people know that's bullshit. Lady Justice need to take that blindfold off because I know her ass can see from up under there. So this is what I want to ask you guys, because you know that blindfold justice shit. I've talked about that later on some other podcasts. But I just want to ask y'all if you think, do you think that black defendants would get a fair trial if the jury or the judge didn't see them? Now, I know this has never happened, but I'm just asking you something to think about. So we already know that the justice system is fucked up. We know that blacks get way more time, way more whatever. It's been proven. They get stopped by the highway patrol more, cops more, they singled out. So I'm asking you, if the jury didn't see the defendant, do you think he would wind up getting a fair trial? So let's come with Miss Ashley right there first on that and see what she thinks.
I'm gonna say no. I think that, I mean, even if you can't see, you can still hear the person's name. You can hear how they speak. You can hear what area of town or whatever they did. You can hear the crime. I think there's so many other ways for you to be able to tell and just have a bias right off the bat. It's not just about being able to see. I mean, once they are able to see and see maybe, oh, this white guy had the name Krishan or something, you know, that they prejudged, then they'd be like, oh shoot, maybe I shouldn't have done it. But no, there's other ways to tell who people are.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
There's bias in every level of the justice system.
Okay, we're definitely with some of these names that we have out there. Okay, Big Woo, what you think about that? What's up?
I'm a piggyback off of Ashley, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It would have to be some caveats to that. If they didn't show the name, then they'd have to block out and increase the demographics, because when you look at the name and the other information that's available to them, it would still give them a avenue for bias. But maybe that would make it. No, that wouldn't make it. That wouldn't make the playing field equal. But yeah, I don't think it would matter based upon the person's conversation. And they don't necessarily have to be that they're black. It could be a poor white person or a poor Mexican person.
Right.
I think they still would be biased, you know, if they couldn't articulate or couldn't say, you know, certain things the right way.
Gotcha. Okay, Poke Dog, what's up?
I'm not as pessimistic as them about that. I feel like it would have a more balanced effect than it would just automatically. I hear Watermelon Drea. I know it's a black person. You know, I think that would give more opportunity for balance in this criminal justice system if it was done that way. Yeah, sure, with the names and with the timbers of people like even myself, I know I can speak the King's English to the Queen's satisfaction, but because of the timbre of my voice, you're gonna know you're dealing with a black man.
Right.
So I definitely don't disagree with what they're saying, but I would just say that would give more people some balance when it came to the justice system if it was done that way.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. That's what's up. Rico, what do you think?
there are too many ways that they could let the judge know, and Ashley pretty much took my whole first sentence, so I'm not even gonna say it again. But that there's just too many ways for a judge to know. Someone would tell them, or they would develop some type of code to let one know if the person was black. It's either way, the whole world hates us, and it's gonna always be a way to screw us in the end.
Right.
I mean, that's just a fact. It wouldn't matter. The judge would know some kind of way, and he would still get that same sentence, or she.
Right. Okay. Okay. I got you. That just go ahead, Woo.
Yeah, I mean, Pokey's response was really, I wasn't being pessimistic. I was being more real. But the other thing would be representation.
Mm-hmm.
Your representation can say a lot.
You
Not
mean
color
about?
either.
Mm-hmm.
Not color either. In other words, if I had a white attorney or a black attorney, but just your representation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. All right. That's what's up. Anybody else got any comment on that? Anything?
Yeah, I think that just thinking a little bit further into it, it may actually even backfire. Like their prejudice towards us and what the crimes that they think that we should be committing. It's actually a lot of white people out here doing worse or the same types of crimes. So it might backfire, and they may actually end up convicting a lot more white people than they think.
Well, that would be more balanced.
Yeah.
So yeah, thinking about it, it could go either way.
Okay. All right.
I want the white men are actually committing most of the crime. If you go look on the FBI the files, if you go look online, all the crimes against kids, beating their wives, killing their wives, raping little girls and boys, pedos, all of that's done by white men. So but at that same time, this white boy in Colorado, he got sentenced to 58 or 78 years in prison, and the judge changed him to a youthful offender and gave him 18 months of home arrest and like 100 and some hours of community service because he almost killed a few little girl high school. This kid in high school, he's like 18, 17 years old when he done it. And then a guy in Utah, his nephew or someone raped a little girl. He changed the law. He changed the age limit. He changed the age limit of something to protect his nephew. So I just had to say that because they always try to make us out to be the bad person.
Oh yeah, that's to me, in my opinion, that's all the time. I mean, that's been proven by the stats. I didn't look up any of it, but years ago, it's been shown that the DPS, the police, they'll stop you, a person of color, before they stop that white person, and that just.
I wanted to ask Big Pokey, what did you say that he was? What was y'all? You said he was something, and then he replied back to you.
I said I was a little more optimistic. About it.
That's what he said.
He said you were optimistic.
Yeah, I saw it more often. I saw a more optimistic view of it than what I thought we would say. It let off with,
Right.
Okay.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Okay. Well, y'all know how it is with me. I mean, I just think that I haven't. Well, speaking personally or whatever, I don't have no idea why they just really, to my opinion, just hate us so goddamn much. I mean,
I think it's genetic.
Well, I was going to say that because at one time we covered and asked. I think I asked, was it in the bloodline her inherited the genetic? It's something because you have some of the ones, white people just crazy as hell about black people, and then you have those other ones over there they want to blame everything on us. But just to talk about justice, I have no idea where you get before that Supreme Court or before that judge, and he just want to lock your black ass up, really. I mean, that's the only way I can put it. He's not being fair to us, in my opinion, but that's just me. So.
It's as Pokey said, and as you were saying, Kinfolk, it's genetics. I mean, with this social media and stuff, I do more listening than I do uploading and stuff like that. And there was something I received a day or two ago, and it was a white guy, and his dad was just a pure racist. And he had a major issue with it. He had an issue with it when he was young, but he didn't know what to do with it. and the older he has become, the more disparaging he is against it, and he's on the opposite side of it. So as Pokey said, and as most of us know, a lot of it's self-taught. I mean, you can start with the babies. You see a black baby and a white baby that are part of the same, pick some daycare. There's nothing in there. They see each other, it's just love. When they move apart, you see the videos where a white kid or black kid had seen each other, they just run together. It's just pure. But it's as they start growing up, as they start listening things, as they're interjected to things, then that's when the opinions and morals and values start being built.
Right. And I'm gonna say something on that also, because I've mentioned that before, that when they're that young, they don't know, but then later they start to growing up. So now they getting that bloodline is really hitting them hard to say, you know what, I don't like them black motherfuckers for whatever reason. Now they starting to really see color, because we know when they're that young they don't see them. But when we play football, and some of us and play sports and sit side by side by classmates that's white or whatever and stuff like that, then next thing you know, they over on that side of the line, meaning they can't stand your black ass.
So wait, y'all are saying that it's in their DNA to hate us?
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I think.
85% of them do. It's
I'm gonna say it's a
in their
learned
home,
behavior. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's taught in their home.
That's what I was saying, Ashley. It's a learned behavior.
Yeah, I don't think that, because y'all just proved it. They're not born that way. In daycare, when they're kids, the kids love everybody, and they don't know the difference of what color is who or whatever. It's definitely taught by the people around them, and the bias that the parents and the people in the home and in their lives portray on them. Because me personally, let's say I don't like white women dating black men. Well, I have a black boy that I'm raising, so I keep him away from white girls. Right? I taught him that. That's not necessarily true, but I'm just saying, as an example, I'm teaching him that, to keep a distance of a certain type of person. So children naturally love everybody. They have no bias. This is their parents, and this is a generational, like, learned behavior from white people from back in the day, feeling like black people were their biggest enemy on every level. So they tried to get rid of us in every facet of our lives. So it's just generational.
I hear what you're saying. Then we're gonna come to Poke and Rico, but I'm just saying that, and I think that when they're that young, they have no idea what they like, what they don't like, and what they do. They just see another friend, yeah. But then later on, they get to growing, and then they get to thinking, then they have their own thoughts and stuff like that. So now, I don't think it's taught, but that's just me. But Poke Dog, what you got?
So one of the reasons I think, and I do say I think, it's purely an opinion about it being genetic, is if you've ever been to a convalescent home and seen some of the people who suffer from Alzheimer's, they don't remember their children. They don't remember the man, the nurse, the CNA that comes in and wipes their butt every day. Mm-hmm. But they remember viscerally that they hate niggers.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's happened. I've observed it more than for it to be a coincidence. I've observed it more than for it to just be, that's what's left in their brain.
That hate.
Because some of them have been so damaged by the Alzheimer's that they drool. Like they're almost specially able now.
Right.
But they specially able, remember, to hate those colors.
Yeah,
and that experience to me makes me feel like it's something other than just a taught or learned habit or experience. Mm-hmm. Because how are you gonna forget what used to be the joy of your life, but you're gonna remember that you need to burn his ass? And again, just from my experience and my observation, it doesn't make any sense for it not to be something deeper than you got taught 2 + 2 is 5.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's all.
Rico?
Yeah, I agree. First, I agree with a little bit of everything on both sides of what Wizzo said and what Ashley and the one said about it being taught. But because I believe that it's genetically inside of them, and it's a learned behavior from their parents. Genetically, it's the same as us. I believe that most of us still have that slave mentality hardwired in our DNA, because look at us. Oh, dang, that's gonna lead me into my topic tonight. But
Yeah, don't go into your topic.
but I'll say this: their problem with us is fear. It's fear, because they have what's called a recessive gene. We have the most dominant gene in the world. The reason they hate the darkies, as they want to call it, is because the more melanin that we have in their skin, the more it wipes their whole entire bloodline out. As early as 2017, white people were 11.7% of the population. Today, the end of 2025 going into 2026, they are 6% of the world population. Most people don't even know they are the minority in the world, but they're a majority here in Europe, but they are a minority in the world. They are literally being fucked into extinction, and they're scared, because once they don't have the majority anymore, they have no power. Without power, they fear that we and everyone in the world will do to them what they have been doing and still doing to this day. Just look around the world. So it's not a fear.
Sound like they not fucking enough.
That's what I'm about to say.
They're not fucking each other enough.
It's the reverse.
Going to become infertile at a younger age. They can't have the kids. You know, they don't have no melanin. You see how old they look.
Let me do a sound check with PM, y'all. PM,
That's
you
why
there?
they hate it. They jealousy and scared.
Let me see if PM there. PM, you there?
I can't hear you.
Are you there? I hear you.
But I can barely hear you now. Sorry.
Are you driving or what's up?
Yeah, I'm driving.
Oh, I was gonna say I need to send you some bandwidth or some shit then.
And that prime code.
All right. Well, be careful driving, man. I have a question for you, but I don't know if I can answer you while you're driving. So right now we just covered a few little topics. Fix to move on to our next one. You want to do a little intro right quick?
PM with the PM Lifestyle Podcast, man. I've been on Wizzo Talk for a few times. Glad to be a part of the show for the end of the year, and I'm here to give my input if any, on the subject that we're on.
All right. Well, you was breaking up a little bit, but we got the gist of that. He's been on the Wizzo Talk several times, and I appreciate it. And this is the last live of 2025, so we're gonna set this shit off. And we up in the barbershop, and we got Eve up in here. I mean Ashley. You know why I said that? Because of Eve in the barbershop with the deal. That's why I said that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just now leaving the barbershop. So
yeah. All right. Well, PM, since you can hear me, I've asked everyone their question. So I'm gonna ask you your question, and then we're gonna move on to the next topic. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So PM, you wake up in the morning, you got that morning wood.
Whoa.
Big harder than Superman kneecaps. So you knock on the back door of your lady and say, "Hey, baby, shit, I got that wood." She keep telling you no. So I want to know, is that like a conversation that you're going to have with her, or is that like a red flag? I don't know how long y'all may have been dating, but I'm just saying, she didn't spend the night over. You didn't woke up, you got that morning wood, you trying to go on and get on up in something. So is that going to be a conversation y'all going to have, or is that a red flag that you're going to have to move on?
I mean, I'm pretty sure if it's harder than Superman kneecap, I'm gonna have to get on top of that top buckle and just drop that knee on her, man. She ain't gonna never see it coming. She ain't gonna never see it coming. By that time, she's well assaulted. No conversation needed. I can guarantee.
Are you gonna go to the pen over some?
This man done put you in prison.
He didn't put that Nitro. He didn't put that drop.
He say coming off the top rope and gone. Okay.
Yeah, damn. All right, that's what's up. Okay. All right, guys. Hey, so let me just say this right now. If everyone out there watching right now, if you're watching on Facebook, hey, we appreciate you. Keep the comments coming. Post them in the chat. I'll share them on the screen with our guests. And if you're watching from Facebook, click that link in the description and subscribe to Wizzo Talk. I appreciate that support. Miss Ashley. Oh, hold up a second. Rico, what's up?
Before you move on, I have a question.
I
have a question. They teach this in their homes. This is my question. Should we start teaching it in our homes? Because then our children would develop that same hate and defend themselves more. When you fight against a bully, most of them bow down. If not, they'll continue biting and doing whatever it is they want to you. Should we teach it in our homes?
Wait a minute, you lost me because I was just talking about fucking and a hard dick. And so what are we talking about teaching that? Well, I missed that.
I thought you was about to change. I thought you was about to change the topic. My bad.
Well, I was fixing to get ready to go to something else, but to Ashley. But was that a question with that? I'm lost on that question.
No, the question came from what we was talking about earlier.
He talking about the racism.
The racism.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say don't teach hate.
Damn.
Like that doesn't help anything. It just perpetuates hate.
My bad. I was trying to catch you before you changed the topic.
The head potty done got.
You gotta give me some type of warning on that shit. I ain't know what the fuck you talking about.
I'm like Rico. I wasn't gonna let you run past that one. I'm with Ashley, Rico. I say no, because there are other ways that you can refute that than by teaching hate. I mean, I can only speak for myself, and I can speak a little bit about my cousin because we're our kinfolk, and we spend some times, and our folks share some same morals and values. You know, I was never taught to hate, but I was always taught what to look for and what would come and what would happen. You know, yes. But I never was taught to hate, and I think that's what, as a 58-year-old man, I think that's what cut me deep. And Paul just said something, and I got a guy. I was in the battle. I've been in the military, but we played football. We ate, slept, showered in college, and since this Trump stuff, I'm just like, this ain't the guy I knew, and I unfriended him. Now he's from a affluent part of San Angelo, but I know several guys from San Angelo that grew up with him, so I knew how he grew up. I've been to his folks' house, and I was just taken aback by it. But I separated myself from him. As a matter of fact, I ain't been to homecoming in 3 or 4 years in San Angelo, and he's one of the main reasons why another white boy that's from Carpus Cove that I know. I'm telling you, these guys I've done everything with, but because of this political climate, man, I'm just like, what the hell?
You know, I'm gonna say this when we kind of talking, I guess, about them being taught and been teaching. I'm gonna kind of compare it to fucking. If I meet with this one girl, I'm a virgin, I don't know what to do. She's not. She's gonna teach me where to put that motherfucker at. So I'm just saying that if the parents is not teaching them hate, somebody else will. I mean, that's just my thought.
I don't think you need to teach them hate, but you can teach them, like you said, awareness, and you can teach them what other people may feel about you. Like, you're gonna encounter this, like teaching black boys what to do with the police when you get pulled over. Like, you teach them what they need to be safe and knowledgeable of the environment that they live in, but you don't have to teach them to fight fire with fire. Like, be the best person you can be, but also keep your eyes open because this exists.
Right, but you're not. Okay, so you're not. But here I am. I'm the guy from Jonestown. You know, I didn't found what it is to get to you. So the parent may not be teaching them that. Their cousin, brother, sister may not be teaching them that.
Yeah.
But they gonna follow somebody else that's going to get to them eventually. You know, if they may not, I don't want to say weak minded or whatever, and they can go. You can be and brought them totally up, straight up right. You don't have to teach them that, but somebody else is going to get to them because all of these other I don't even know what you call them, Koresh, Jones, all these guys then got to these people and got them to follow them for some reason or some type of way.
Oh, my bad. I thought you was through.
I'll fix to see if I need to see if PM had a comment though.
I think through the whole situation, man, racism has been like followed up on. It's been carried on, and with these kids now blending in with other kids in this time frame, that it's got to be the purest of the races right now continuing this type of hate, because it's so many blended kids, black and white, Mexican and all this, are now going to school and they don't see it the same way as they did back in the day. And I think right now is the time to pay attention to those people or those family members that are really having these issues in today's time, because that means it's really being preached, it's really being taught in their environment. Because in the average household now, you have, like you said, you have little nigglets running around. They've been mixed up with different races and all this type stuff right now, to where it's so blended to where the grandparents are, I love my grandkid, but I might hate the daddy or whatever case may be. So I'm thinking that it's to the people that's really sticking it out now, the people that's really backing that agenda. And I think Trump needs to be in office right now to expose those type of people, because some of his followers are pure followers and some of them are with hate, and you can see the difference. They have their different opinions of why they voted for him, but for the most part, it's bringing out the ones that are really, really, really having that in their heart to hate people. And that's just what I think about it as for today.
Okay, so we're gonna go to Woo and hit Rico and then Poke Dog. So Woo, what's up?
Yeah, it's a difference in okay, maybe can help me with this, but it's a difference between racism and prejudice.
Most definitely.
It's a difference. So you got to be able to discern that. These jokers we talk about now, they just pure evil racists.
All right, Rico.
I know I asked the question, but I don't think that it should be taught in our homes, because look what it's done to them. All that hate, anything they try, they always lose at it. It always fails. Yeah, they kill people and they do all this, but in the end, it always fails. You cannot get rid of God's chosen people. I know that hate is about it. Hate, I believe that hate and love is a very strong emotion, and no one makes good decisions when they're emotional. So I wouldn't put that on I wouldn't want that put on our children, on our youth, because they would stay in an emotional state.
Okay, let's go to Poke Dog, and then we're gonna go move on to our next little topic. So due to time, so everybody can get their topic in. Poke, what's up?
So I actually liked Rico's question a whole lot. I thought there was a lot of thinking that could go behind that. And I agree that hate is not what should be taught, but teaching should definitely be going on. Because there was a few things, like I wanted to get a little preachy, but I curtailed it.
Wait a minute. If you want to do that, let me get the collection plate ready. Shit, you gonna shit? We gonna raise the offering up in this motherfucker. Then shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Poke Dog. Go and do that shit.
Yes, sir. So, like, we need to be teaching each other to love ourselves. Like, we need to be teaching each other to love seeing ourselves do well. We need to teach each other to see ourselves loving being who we are, and not, how do I say it, not the stereotypical stuff we see on TV and the media. What I'm talking about is the greatness that every time you do just a little bit of looking, you find out about. I'm gonna try to keep it short, but we need to love tribalism, for instance. Like we need to love seeing us win. Like Rico had brought up a case about how somebody's father, and he happened to be a palm-colored person, is change the law so his son
Mhm.
could get in less trouble. Well, we need to have that same frame of mind and love that frame of mind.
Yes.
That I'm going to be in a position to help my brother, to help my sister. I'm going to be in a position where if the system is in my control, then we in control.
Yep.
We need to love that just like they do. Like the reason I say that is because we're always there already. Like how in the DMV, the Social Security Administration offices and things like that, we're already there. We should start loving each other enough so now that we don't have to wait 13 hours like everybody else does because I got the hookup. We should be doing it and loving it, and just like they do, it mom's the word. Like how every time the authorities to get together, if you look at the pictures, they got their little hand symbols. Yeah, we need to have our little hand symbols too.
Yeah.
And we need to be loving it.
Yep. I agree.
It needs to be us saying that we just like they stick together, we need to stick together.
Yeah.
When as a matter of fact, another story similar to what Rico was talking about. This woman, is a black woman, FedEx worker, was getting chased by the son and father, and they were shooting at her.
That was a man.
Black.
That was a man.
No, this was the case I'm talking about was a woman.
That looked like a woman, but that was a man. You didn't read it. That's a man's name and everything. That's a boy. Yeah, that's a boy. That's a boy.
No.
I'm telling you, I thought you talking about
in Mississippi. But go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, and the judge said, no, it wasn't their fault. They can get off. You know, it ain't no trouble.
Yeah.
There's black judges.
Yeah.
Plenty of them. It's a matter of fact, in Georgia, it's a whole town full of black judges. It should be just like that for no, that little scam. No. What about the PPP loan? Yeah, no, bad case.
It's okay.
Bad case. And we need to be loving it again. Look, little symbol, throw it up, and walk away.
Yeah.
I like it.
That would be lovely, and I would love to see that. But it's just like not just like, but you've been seeing me post about buy black, and stuff like that. And you and I, we've covered some of that on the podcast before. But we can't even get one another. I'm not all, but some, not enough, a large part of us to support one another, even in that black business. They want to say, Wizzo, your shirt's too high over there or whatever. Well, I can't compete with Walmart. Like this cap, for instance, the cap by itself was cost me like $12. The patch up there was probably, I think it was another $9 or $10. In order for me to get bulk, I got to order 1,000 of them or 1,000 this or something like that. So my price has got to be high because I can't compete with Walmart or those other people or something like that. But my point is, we have trouble supporting one another. And something just as small as going over there to buy a cap from the other person. But it would be good if those judges were like that. But I think they try to hold themselves up to a higher standard or something. I don't know. And they say, no, we're going to be harder on you because you are black. But that white judge is going to be easier on him because he's white. I don't know. But let me go over here. Let me switch gears and go on there because let me need to come up to Miss Ashley, see what you're gonna throw out there for us. What you got out there for us to talk about?
Okay, so this is about relationships. I understand. I understand that men and women think differently, emotional versus practical. I understand that we process things differently. But I want to know, with so many miscommunications within a relationship, like, how do you approach them? And also, like, how many miscommunications is too many? Like, how much is too much miscommunication? Like, are we just that incompatible, or is that just a factor of being a man and being a woman? We just are different and we have to deal with it. So it's a multi-layered question, but it's all about miscommunication and dealing with it within your relationship. And when is it just about incompatibility?
All right, PM, what's up with that?
Let me think about that one first. I mean, that's a lot that goes with that one. Let me think about that one.
All right,
I can jump in.
I
Okay,
can jump
okay.
in.
Let me get Poke Dog first, and then I come to you. Woo. Poke, what's up?
Well, so there's a hard rule, and it kind of leans on to what I was going to bring up as well. But there's a hard line between what can be considered miscommunication and then what's actually just misappropriation.
Mm-hmm.
So miscommunication can be, when I heard you say it's a cheat day, I thought you meant we were going to cheat on each other instead of the diet that we're on.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay?
good one.
That's a miscommunication.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Misappropriation would be where you don't say anything, but expect somebody to understand what's going on. Now, if we're having misappropriations, then that's purposeful.
Mm-hmm.
Miscommunication are accidents.
Shit,
For me,
drop the damn mic. Hold up, Rico, because Woo said he wanted to go right quick.
oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I really could go on and forge the Rico. Forward on the Rico.
Okay.
Pumpkin and hit that thing so
He did.
he jumped out the turnbell like PM said. Don't go to jail though, Pumpkin. But anyway, I'm laughing because the first thing that came to my mind is that was a good question, Ashley, but you are a woman. And so it was very complex. As PM said, it's complex, but I'm gonna be more direct. I think one miscommunication or whatever is too many. It's not a deal breaker. And that's based on the foundation of what Pokey said. Because there's two different things, and because of my age and what I've been through, to use Pokey stuff, I think a lot of times, not you, I'm generalizing, there's misappropriations for not punitive, but for reasons. When you're talking about male and female, but very seldom are there miscommunication, like Pokey said. You said cheat, and one person on the food, another person on the relationship type of deal. But more time than not, it's misappropriations. But all of that, if it's a true relationship and you really truly trying to make it, then those are just conversations that need to be had.
I was gonna say something about that, but I'm gonna let Rico go ahead. Rico, what was you gonna say?
For me, I say that after a while, you should know, if you've been together for someone for a while, you should know their patterns. You should know, like, the way in certain situations, the things they're going to do. You should know what's important to them. And clearly, communication is important to her, or she wouldn't be asking this question. So if you care about a person enough and you've been together long enough, you should know, hey, these are things that I can't do. Maybe the person is selfish, or they don't care what the woman is saying. They real caught up in their own mind. They really not listening. They're comfortable. All kinds of reasons men don't listen to women. Too many times is a habit. If that person cares about that woman, they would not make that mistake over and over again. That's the way I feel about it. They just wouldn't do it. So that's something for you to think about, and every woman to think about. A man, I'll say like this: if you feel that they're not communicating well enough, remove yourself from the situation. Stop communicating, cut that person off, and you'll find out if they care or not. Because one thing, a man that cares about you, if you're always available to him and you remove yourself, he's gonna think you being with someone else, and it's gonna drive him nuts. And it won't be any more miscommunication. I'm just telling you. Remove your presence for someone for a little bit. Yeah, they act right. They'll do the right thing.
Damn, boy, these brothers, man, y'all, boy.
Let me make sure PM is good.
He don't know, but Ashley is my first cousin.
Okay. Yeah, Poke Dog don't know. Okay, let's see what PM got right quick, and then I'm gonna say something too. PM, what's up?
All right, so I had to think about it when she asked the question because I looked at it from a whole nother angle. And I wanted to ask the question like, if we're speaking on black relations, it's different. Because if we step outside and think about different people that interact with black men, from the white girl, Mexican, whatever the other races are, they tend to get along a little bit better, is what I'm hearing from all the different men that sit in my chair, right? And I had a young man that was 23 years of age, and he was saying, how different it is even for him in the dating pool. So I really think it depends on who you're dating and how those people were raised. That's going to reflect on the type of relationship that you're going to have within that person. Versus a person that didn't grow up with no dad in the household, that's going to be different on how you communicate certain things back to that person. Versus a person that had male and female in the home, they're going to carry themselves a little bit different. So I think it's a case by case scenario, and it's kind of like the roll of the dice on what you get and who you get and where you're pulling it from.
Mhm.
That's my take on it.
Okay. And I think when Rico was saying, when he was saying about communication, I think all women want their man to communicate with them, and some of us do it better than others. Me, sometimes I ain't what shit at communication, because if it hit a nerve of mine, I'm still to say fuck it and go for a drive or whatever, and not worry about it and come back later. And if it come back up again, I'm still just even go to sleep. So it just depends on how it hit me, because every action calls for a reaction. And sometimes I can react in a different type of way, and so, but communication, I think, is a big part of the relationship. But am I good at communicating? No. Do I work on it sometimes I do,
Can
sometimes
I
I
ask
don't.
a follow-up question on that, on
You
this
can ask whatever you
topic?
want to. I mean, I
Okay.
went through, but since you just
Oh, go
wanted to
ahead, go ahead, go
interrupt me,
ahead.
then
Go ahead,
no,
go ahead, go ahead.
go ahead, because I'm gonna forget what I was gonna say
No, go
already.
ahead.
No, go ahead. Follow-up question.
No, I wanted to say, like, how do societal expectations or like social media affect communication and like the outlook of men and women in these relationships? Because all I see on my timeline now is relationship this man talking about this is how men should act, this is how women should act, like all of these things. Do you feel like those types of things add the pressure to relationship communication?
Well, I'm gonna say this, and then we'll go ahead on, and now we got PM live. I don't really pay social media no mind as far as relationship goal. What the guys on there are saying, what they saying, or whatever. Sometimes guys will get up there and tell you anything and say anything you want, and then when you get home, it's something totally different. So I don't. The social media doesn't play a part to me in my thoughts. I don't know if I answered that or not, but we'll see. If somebody else got something,
Yeah,
I
oh my bad. Go ahead, Pope.
go ahead, Paul.
no, Rico, you can go because I'll take notes, so I won't forget what I got.
Hey, for me, I believe that social media and out in the way everything is into society today has ruined the youth. For us, we're older, especially where I'm at. Um, we understand what it's like to be without a phone. We can do without this. We know how to survive without these things, but the youth do not know how to survive without these things. And they have no communications, interpersonal communications. They can't talk to one another in person. They rather get on social media and express themselves that way
Yeah.
instead of talking about something. So I believe that it has wrecked our youth society in the way that they think. It has made people's mind think they're more than what they are, or made some people feel less than what they are. So I think it screwed up society, and it would be better if we limited our children time on social media.
And before Pope go ahead on and go, but I will say this also, that I don't know if it's just some of the younger, because somebody got some music, because some of the I use this here. A friend of mine, and it's been a while ago, I hadn't saw him in a long time, said that he be trying, and he's probably at this time he was probably in his late 40s, almost 50, so he's probably about 55 now. So I ain't saw him in a while. Was saying how he tried to have some relations with his wife, but she trying to get to the end of the Facebook feed. And she like all them likes and all them clicks and get mad when somebody don't like it and don't click this and don't click that and don't do whatever. So I don't think it's just the generation, but he told me, and I ain't bullshitting. Y'all know I'll just be telling you shit, that he was trying to get some whoopee and she was over there on the damn phone trying to get to the end of the Facebook feed or TikTok. Well, no, back TikTok really wasn't popping like that then or whatever. It's mostly just Facebook that he told me about. So that's just my thing, just to say that sometimes I think it's not just the younger ones. I think it's the older ones too. But Pope, what are you gonna say, Pope?
A couple of things I want to address.
Okay.
One thing when you were saying that you'd walk away, I don't know why we don't want to keep with sage wisdom anymore. Like letting cool heads prevail, that is always a good idea.
Right.
That has never not been a good idea. What did Thumper say? His mama said, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Yeah, like this is sage wisdom that I promise you has worked wonders for thousands of years. Okay, so one of the things about communication, if you are speaking with an angry tongue, then you are speaking to be hurtful. And that, unless is the goal, is not good communication. And even if it is the goal, we're still not talking about good communication. We're just talking about being hurtful at that point. So if something does make you upset and you feel like you want to start cussing your wife out, your lady out, or the other way around, if something your husband has said makes you want to cuss him out, yeah, it's probably not the time to talk. Especially if you actually want to communicate to correct whatever the situation is. And the social media thing, like no conspiracy theory. It is scientifically designed to be addictive. Yeah. No conspiracy theory. 100% fact. It is scientifically designed to be addictive. It gives you that dopamine rush. The more likes you get, the more times you tap, the more you swipe. All of that is scientifically designed to be addictive and to get you caught up in that trap. And yes, the kids suffer from it, and us as adults, being Generation X and older, we are not immune to it either, because it is designed. It is designed to be that hunter, to be that trap. And back to, was it Keisha?
Ashley.
Who?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Me?
Oh,
Yeah.
damn, you didn't call it Keisha? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I was
shit.
trying to say Eve, but
You put the name, so.
My fault. My bad.
Damn.
Ashley.
To the lady in the room.
Okay.
Ashley.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah.
When you're talking about what's coming through your feed based on relationships, that too is designed. It is designed to make you see that. That is what the system, and I hate using it like that, but that's the algorithm, the way the people that are in control want us to be at each other's throat. That is part and parcel, part of the design. Yeah. Like I promise you, if you start Googling, I want to see black babies happy, that's gonna come up in your feed more.
Right.
Because they out there. It's plenty of videos of it. It's whole channels dedicated to it. But they're not gonna go viral because it doesn't give you that as much dopamine, as much reaction as somebody saying, my baby daddy ain't shit, these niggas ain't shit, these bitches, Kevin Samuels was right, like that doesn't get as much. That's gonna get more clicks all day, every day than the 2-year-old baby learning how to sing the ABC song.
Right. Yeah.
But I promise you'll get a bigger smile watching that baby than you ever would paying attention to what Sexy Red got to say about Future.
Right.
For sure.
But what gets more clicks is the Sukihanas and whatever nasty thing Diddy was doing.
Drama.
Yeah. All right. Let's hit up Woo and then PM.
I
You
think
forgot.
social media has screwed up the whole communication standard. Where A talks to B, A receives B, B receives A, all that type of stuff. I don't know if y'all ever been at that level. To me, social media has ruined that. And as Rico said, that's what I was gonna say. These younger kids, they can't, they don't know how to hold a conversation. There's a guy that has a poem about it. I think it's
6'7".
huh?
Don't worry about
He said 6'7".
it. Don't worry about
No. Oh, 6'7". I finally found out what 6'7" mean on the cruise. But because I say 6'7", but I don't say it in that same context. But anyway,
it.
but yeah, man. I mean, these young kids, man, they can't interpersonal communication, man. They just can't do it. Sit up there and have a conversation. They gotta have the social media piece. And I think it hit me like a ton of bricks some years ago when a friend of mine's children was having a party. I walked in the house, it was pitch black, and all I saw was phone lights.
Mm-hmm.
And the daddy was DJing. He was jamming. Back in the day, hey, we dancing and trying to holler.
Yeah.
Maybe they was trying to holler on the phone. I don't know, but the shit shocked the shit out of me. I was like, what y'all doing? I started flipping on lights and people on phones, but
They was talking to each other.
yeah. And Rico, they may have been talking to each other and through an app or whatever, but if them phones go down, can you hold a conversation? It was some professional players. Can I come talk to Ashley? Can I come pitch wood with Ashley and be decent about it? These kids don't know how to do it today. They don't know how to come over and ask Ashley how to dance. I mean, for a dance.
Right.
Or for her number.
Right.
Or give her a compliment. First of all, bitch, shouting.
Bro.
Yeah.
Man, I hate that.
Oh man, I got a great nephew. I want to snatch his mouth. He's like, bruh.
And I really don't like it when women say it. I just don't.
Right.
No.
So I'm just saying, young lady, you look nice.
Yeah.
That type of thing. They don't do that. I mean, I just listen. A lot of times I do that. I be at basketball games, volleyball games. I just be listening to these young folks.
Yeah. They think it's look cool. PM. Oh, what you finna say something else, Woo?
Nah, I'm done.
PM, what you got? I see you back there smiling up there. We're glad to have you live and in person and shit. We can't hear your ass.
You
We
muted.
need to send
He
you some
on
bandwidth.
mute. I was just going to talk about all that red. He on mute.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? My bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, P.
What's up?
P. So how do Kansas City Chiefs doing?
Hey man, stop being racist.
That's what's all that red for.
He being a footballist.
Yeah.
I know why you did that. That's disrespectful. I just want to let you know you're taller than me. You're a bully. Hey, did you say pitch and wood?
Yeah. At first, I was like, "Where I've heard that from?"
All right.
Yeah.
Can be pitching war on the job.
Yeah.
Pitch
Can
and
be
wood.
pitching war on the job.
Yeah.
Tell them about the gun line, boss.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Nah, I really think that social media it's messed up a lot of things, and it's giving people false confidence too. You know, a lot of people that wouldn't, holler at you in public and things like that. It's giving them the courage to muster up a text and send it through a chat or send something that they wouldn't normally do. I think it's really messed up society because people can't like socialize, they can't talk, get to know each other and stuff like that in that type of setting. And like you said, he said he went to a party and everybody's in their phone looking. You don't see nothing but lights. That's true. Like, it's crazy that you could be in a room full of people, and these days you don't even get to know everybody in the room. It used to be you would get there, and socialize with everybody and get to know what's going on. Then you can pass out a phone number, you know what I'm saying, get a beeper number or something like that. But now it's changed, man, and it's to the point to where the confidence is too much, because now that normal girl that you could have hollered at and just spoke to her in the mall or something while you was in the arcade back in the day, she ain't hollering at you no more. You know what I mean? You got to go through she got to see what you look like on your social media page, which is what? Your best representation of your fake you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't seeing nobody in there all busted. It's gonna be your best pictures, your best angles, your best everything. So yeah, it's a confidence booster, but it's really messing up the game. But for you players that's out there, well, I ain't gonna say you players because y'all know y'all situation. But if you really got game, the gift of gab, it's still gonna work. You know what I mean? Because they're not used to being hollered at or putting a smile on their face. So if you can make them laugh and and smile, you might have something. Yeah, a little bit of something, or a lot of something.
Before I come to you, Rico, Nicholas, I don't know if you're still there, but explain what you mean about that satellite making calls and stuff. If you're still there, I don't know if you're still there or not. But to everyone that's watching right now, I appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button, hit that link that's in the description, and subscribe to you, Wizzo Talk. I appreciate your support, and we thank y'all for watching and tapping in. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're right here watching the Wizzo Talk. And whether you catching the live or you catching the replay, we still appreciate your love and support.
Hey,
Rico.
One thing for you move forward for Miss Ashley, I think the other thing is, because I've already told my age, and I'll speak for us seasoned folks, but the seasoned ladies, it gives a false expectation. I don't know the right way. Pope maybe can help me, but I mean, when did Facebook start validating relationships and likes and all that type stuff? I done lost a few, and I'm glad about it. Over there, you didn't post me, you didn't do that. Back in the day, wasn't no posting. If a post is the measurement of my love, then damn it, where I'm looking for some post-it notes. Shit, un-3M me, because I'm gonna post what the fuck I want to post.
Right.
If I don't want to post, I ain't posting.
That's what's up.
Put a sticky, don't say I love you and put a sticky note on the refrigerator. That's my post.
Yeah.
Where they do that at?
I don't know if Rico had something pertaining to that, but I know he did have a comment on something. So Rico, what's your comment?
Hey, I'm just real quick. I'm gonna say something cliche. Conversation rule the nation. And my therapist told me a long time ago, if you want to keep your brain strong and stay away from Alzheimer's as you get old, talk. Don't think so much, say it. And I talk a lot, baby.
And you know, I hear everything. I hear all that. I hear about the social media. You know, we didn't went from the pages to the PMs. I think PM said something about a page or people, y'all. But times are changing. So you either got to keep up or you're going to get left behind. I mean, at our age now, the new generation is coming up, and that's going to be the new thing right there. I mean, the social media, not asking for the phone number. What's your Snapchat? What's your
That's what they do.
social media or some shit like that or whatever. I don't know.
Instagram.
Instant. What's your Instagram? You know.
But it's kind of like a background check. Like, let me check you out. What are you into? It's not like the end all be all, and it's also not very accurate because, like you said, that's your representative on the social media. But it's kind of like a background check, like what you like to do, who you hang around. You got kids, you got a girlfriend, you might be married. A couple pictures I saw, ring. What's up? Like, it's information.
Oh, okay. What about when they give you your OnlyFans? Then he take my OnlyFans. What does that tell them?
Want your money.
You a hustler? Are you a hustler?
Take my OnlyFans down. Like, hold up.
You probably got some money then. We good.
Who said he don't know what that is? But hey,
Wizzo, I'm gonna have to say, I think classics are always gonna stay in style. That's why they call them classics. I'm with Woo on that. And when Rico said it, like I used to say it all the time, that conversation rules the nation.
Okay, I'm finna go.
Hold up. Let's make sure he finished. Let's make sure he finished right quick.
My bad. Yeah, I said I used to say that all the time. The conversation rules the nations. I think the classic styles, the classic, having the classic charisma will always outbeat you having 1 million followers, because your charisma that can get you somewhere where you're anywhere. If you ain't got that phone and they ain't on social media, they can't tell you supposed to be somebody socially. But when you talk to somebody, you look them in the eyes and they get that spirit from you. It's kind of hard to hide that.
All right. Let me see what was you gonna say?
Oh no, I was just gonna say. I mean, for the people who have kids, I mean, stuff like that. I mean, you want. I don't know. You want your child to be with somebody that can communicate. I just don't want my shit. I mean, I ain't got no kids, but I got nieces and nephews, and got some god kids, and I'm telling you right now, I'm like Martin Lawrence and whatchamacallit with my goddaughter. I mean, other little boyfriends, they get hazed. I believe I'm in a non-hazing fraternity, but I haze.
Right.
I do as well.
You know,
if y'all need some backup, call me. I'm coming.
I heard that shit.
Good answer.
Hey, Pope, I hear what you're saying about the classic. Just like we love them classic cars. I see these guys up in Dallas. They be showing them rides. I can't wait. They get me hyped up and shit. I got one sitting in the backyard, 1985 O's. I'm ready to get it hyped. I told G Money, I said, man, I can't wait to get mine up there. He said, come on, Wizzo. But I hear you about the classics. But my thing is, if we're not teaching that younger generation the value of classics, then they're going to lose it. Who's teaching them that? If they out there in the streets is not teaching them classics. The streets is teaching them about their phone. And this is their moneymaker, and this is your conversationalist. But to the ones that's our age, or some of the ones maybe a little bit younger, hey, the classic is where it's at. Them classic cars with a carburetor, 454, 3 in the tree and all that shit like that. That's classic shit. When we go to them old school and see them cars, we hype. Look at this mug. But this new cat, this young dude that's 23, he said, man, shit, I want a Tesla. I want an electric car. He don't know nothing about that classic. So my point is, he don't know nothing about that conversation because he didn't grow up with that. He's growing up now with the phone, with that social media. Anybody got any comment?
I actually want to add to that because I'll see your car analogy and raise you a music analogy. So when we're listening, if you listen to the radio nowadays, the majority of the songs being put out are being samples from the classics.
Yeah.
And the further we go back, the further the samples of the classics go. The classics are going to be here because it's where the best is at. The most you're going to do, even the people with the Teslas, it's more of the buddies riding around in the Teslas. But when you look at on social media, what cars are getting most displayed, it's those classics. Yeah, sure. We go look in the street, we'll see a bunch of Teslas. But when we look on the social media, what we see the classics cars with the classic music being played.
Is that because the algorithm is feeding us that? Is that because the algorithm is feeding us that? Because that's what we look for? Or they saying that PM, go ahead?
Nah, that ain't, because they still make parts for old cars. That's why you still see them.
Exactly. Exactly.
But then also,
you can still go to AutoZone right now and get you a carburetor.
Yeah. It's a learned behavior too.
A carburetor, wow.
Like them guys, these.
Haven't heard that one in a while.
When you say carburetor, check this out. Behavior because they've been around an uncle or a brother or a cousin that had those things, and so they like those things.
Okay. Well, let's check this out, guys. We didn't talk about that for a whole second. So let me switch gears. Let me come up here and see what Rico got and see what's on his mind. What you gonna throw out there in the barbershop? Because I need to top off my drink again.
Hey, I saw this today on social media, and this young black man, he made a good statement. He said, "Black people, we have never fought white people. We fought racists."
God damn, Rico. Shit.
Email him some bandwidth.
Dino.
Oh my God, Rico, come on back.
Yeah, it sound like it's gonna get good too.
It was. Yeah, I need that.
Okay.
I'll read it. I'll say it again. I saw this on social media today. This black guy, he said, "Black people have never fought white people. We fought racism and white supremacy. Why haven't we fought back?" And I posed that question to y'all.
We haven't. Say that one more time.
He said, "We have never fought white people. We fought racism and white supremacy. Why haven't we fought back?" There's a difference.
Okay.
So I just have a question. Did he happen to find what he considered fought back?
Yeah.
Right.
He means he was meaning physically. violence like they do.
Yeah.
Like bomb first.
So does he not know who Nat Turner is or anything like?
Basically,
I
No,
don't
we're not
know,
talking
like,
about. No. He's not. I didn't take it. He meant back in the day because they
Okay.
did fight back. I'm
Okay.
talking about in today's world.
All right.
In today's world. Yeah, my question comes from today's world because I know what went on back then.
All right.
Let's see what Ashley got there.
So this is my first thought. I think that if we do fight back, even when we have something minor that we do, right? Go to prison for 50 years, lifetimes, 2 consecutive lifetimes or whatever. The longest sentence that you can have for whatever petty crime. If you actually fought back, actually had something that you were standing on, actually caused some damage to a white person, they're going to put you under the jail. Yeah, I think it may be like a fear, a collective fear amongst us where it's gonna be there will be no mercy if someone is caught. There will be no, oh well, this is a good cause. Oh well, historically this was done to you. No, it's gonna be the worst punishment that you can think of. So I think maybe collectively as a people we just decide not to.
Okay, all right. We're gonna see what Wu got. Nicholas, I was asking about you a while ago. Were you still out there? I see you just posted. You must have stepped away. I see you said Nat was a bum, but I was asking you a question. But let me come up here to Wu. I think Wu
We'll
had
have to
something.
eat him then if he was a bum.
right?
Yeah.
It got to be somebody young. Anyway,
That's not even a real person. It has just an avatar up there.
That's got. I'm about to say that's either a bot or something because
That's someone trying to get a rouse out
my
of
blood
people.
pressure going up, so I'm gonna turn my chat off.
Go ahead, Wu.
Yeah. Man, I'm supposed to respond to Rico's question.
Well, you can if you want to. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what context that brother was. I mean, even to the day we fight back.
Yeah.
I mean, we
When?
fight back today.
When?
It may not be physically.
Well, he said we fought racism and white supremacy, but we've never fought white people.
If we fought racism and white supremacy, aren't those white?
See, you're there. In my opinion, that there is a difference because racism and white supremacy, yeah, that's done by white people, but all we doing in the streets is marching. That's it, and talking to people. While they're killing our people, back in the day, they used to use our skin for freaking shoes, boots, feed our children to alligators, buck break them. A bully don't understand anything until they punched in the mouth.
I'm gonna say this, fighting back. I think we are to a certain extent. We just not seeing it because I'm sure that ain't none of them gonna come up today in this day and time, come around me, you, Pope, Big Dog, or whatever, something like that, and come up with some of that old bullshit because we're not gonna stand for it. We're gonna wind up, we may wind up getting some time or going to jail behind it. So I think some are fighting back physically. I think some are marching, which me, I don't really give a fuck about no marching in this day and time. I think we got to find some other type of way to do something, but I don't know. But to answer your question, I think we are. It's not being shown, it's not being seen. However, I know you from you being on Wizzo Talk, and you ain't gonna let them motherfuckers get away with no shit. If you see some white man over there whooping up on Ashley, even if she's not your cousin, you're not gonna let that shit go down like that. So I think we are gonna fight back, and we're gonna fight racism. We're gonna fight back
white
supremacy, and all that. But it's just in our own way. Let me see what PM was gonna say.
I think Rico said it earlier. Like we are the chosen people, and I really believe that. And the way we were designed, we're not designed for hate. So to initiate starting something with somebody, we've had it started with us for years, for a lifetime. But to just jump out there and just pick a target and go at it, with anyone, you're gonna need that opponent to strike, or we're more of a defensive type of people. I don't think we're not on the offense. White people stay on the offense. Racists stay on the offense. They wake up every morning and think about thinking about how to stop this particular person from gaining any more ground than we think that they should have, right? We don't think about that. We getting up thinking about, like if it was Wizzo, he trying to Superman needs somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like he trying to get his in the morning. Some people trying to get up in the morning, eat breakfast, and working out. So we don't have that initiative, that just to get up and want to go get at somebody, even though it's been done to us. We can see it on the news and things like that. Like Wizzo said, I'm not with the marching. That was the king in them back in the day. It has evolved to a different type of action. And I think that once we figure out how to outthink them, we don't have to physically put no hands on them. We just need to outthink them.
Right.
And we outthink them, we got them.
Exactly. Let me say this right quick. To address Nicholas in there, whether he a bot or whether he whatever, the channel is not called Barbershop Talk. That's called The Topic. If you'd like for me to send you a link so you can get your motherfucking ass up in here, and then you can sit there and make some action and get some, or if not, it's free speech. So you're free to say whatever the fuck you want to say. If you want to get up here and get off into the chat, hey, send me a message and I'll send you a link. If not, keep your comments coming. Hey, I'm a welcome. We may not entertain them. We may not. I just paused everybody right now to address that because I believe in free speech and people are free to say whatever the fuck they want to say. But you talking about all action, all talk and no action. Well, get your motherfucking ass up here in this barbershop talk. If not, then you stay in the comments and keep that shit over there. With that being said, ain't nobody mad but the devil. Take two dicks and keep stepping. So who was next on the chat? Rico?
Well, that's Mark that changed his avatar.
It probably is Mark and changed.
Mark from New York.
He ain't even got his real picture up, and you always catch them motherfuckers want to get over there and hide behind something. You see our face, we can't see you. Get your motherfucking ass up in
Don't
here.
give no more power.
I ain't gonna
Got a
talk
picture of Draymond Green up there. I knew it was wrong when I seen Draymond Green. I said, that's not that nigga.
I like those Draymond. Draymond's a rough dude. But what's up? What's up? Let me see who I got. Who I have next right here? Cause
I'll take it if nobody else is.
Okay, go ahead then.
What?
All right, so the person that posted that, I would definitely want to ask, are they talking about random violence?
Right.
Like, because I don't think that would solve a TT Tata. I don't, not one little bit. And then, or were they saying there should be directed assaults on the industries of power?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm willing to listen to that. And then I was also thinking, what time frame are we talking? Was the Black Panthers? Well, that's good, dead and gone. We need to move forward from that. They didn't do enough. Do we need to go to the Fruit of Islam? How they got put on the terrorist list because they was working with Gaddafi to get money over here to actually do things for Black people? Was that not the type of fighting we was talking about? Or how about Cynthia McKinney when she started the Green Party to actually be something for Black people that still had a strong democratic tie so that they wouldn't feel like it's white people running a black thing? Like what kind of fighting are we talking about? Or when we talk or NAGAs, for instance, the National African American Association for gun ownership. Like what kind of fighting are we talking about? Like that's what I was posting to that person that posted that. Like because the way it came off, and I'm not sure, it just sounded like we were wanting to focus on random violence, which that ain't gonna solve nothing.
Right. Yeah. You come back, Rico. What's up?
He didn't specify, and the statement was broad. But what I wanted was y'all's opinion on the statement. That's what he didn't specify. The whole entire little clip was maybe like 15 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, but I want y'all opinion on it.
Okay.
Yeah,
you definitely got some good feedback. Pope. Yeah. I heard it in Pope voice and shit. He was off into it. Shit. That's what's up.
and so I'm from that same aspect too. There's so many facets to that to that fighting. And I've heard several people say, they're not with the marching and all that, but I just heard Pokey say something. He just said, talking about the powers that be. Well, that's how you fight the powers that be. It's through this system that we're not good at right now, but we could be if we ever understand power. We have the power all right here on this thing. Everybody with our skin color, we ever figured out We have the power.
All right, Ashley, any comments? You over there quiet, laying back? That wine got you over there? Something? You laid back and shit. You all right?
She feeling good.
No, I'm good. I'm just listening. I still stand on what I was saying. I feel like as a collective, we probably scared to get a big group of people and plan something violent. It wouldn't end well.
So you
I
think we should plan? You think we should plan a January 6th? Is what you're saying?
I don't
Hell
think
no.
so.
Everybody,
I think
go too
everybody be
well for
shot on
them.
sight. I think everybody be shot on
everybody
sight.
die.
Hold up, y'all.
And no, everybody gets shot on site, and if they
There
don't
you
get
go.
shot on site, they will be locked up and they will not be pardoned. So no, I don't feel like violence is the answer because we don't get that same leniency or forgiveness
Okay.
at the end of the day. I feel like systematic ways of making points is probably it may sound weak, it may feel weak, but I think systematic approaches are better than violence.
Okay.
I don't. Oh,
And I also like what I forgot who said it, but just being in more powers of position, we all have the ability to be in a power position in whatever industry. So if we can perpetuate that, uplift our youth to do that, then we won't have to use violence. We can be those judges, we can be those police officers, we can be those teachers, we can be whoever, so we can fight back different ways.
All
Pope
right.
says
Let me
it.
see
I've
what
been. Go ahead.
PM had something right there. What's up, PM?
Or any of you guys Naga members? Naga members?
Nah.
You are? Okay.
I
How
didn't know
long you
that
been a
was a
member?
thing. That's dope.
Say it again.
How long you been a member?
Shit, like since 2011.
Hey. Okay. I've been there for
The
like
gun, the
three years
gun
now.
thing.
Yeah, National Gun Association.
Yeah.
Basically all blacks. You know what I'm saying? All
Yeah.
brothers and sisters. It was
Shit,
established. I think it's
I need
based
some
out of Atlanta.
information on that.
I
Shit.
need information on. I've seen them like I think it was Atlanta the first time I saw that. Was that the females or whatever they had the ARs?
Nah, this was a it's an entire organization. It's just not
It
females
was
and
it
males.
was
Yeah.
started. It was founded to be the NRA for black people.
Right.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. It's the thing, it's hard to find some shit. I guess I should have asked PM a long time ago because I've seen something about that. I should have asked him a long time ago. But
Yeah.
anyway, I now I know. So
Right. I know. What's the acronym?
NAAGA, Nagas.
Naga.
okay. So let me do this, y'all. Due to times, I want to make sure everybody get their topic in. So I know Poke. Let me get to Poke and see what Poke Dog got. Poke, what you gonna throw out there to us?
Oh, for sure. So marriage is what I wanted to bring on the table today, and being a friend. I personally do not think that I am my wife's friend. And it's because I have friends and there's definitely different values associated with them. Sure, there can be similar things when it comes to the way we associate, but I have never ever looked at my wife as my friend. I feel like my wife is something unique and beyond of unto itself, herself, our relationship, nothing like it. No one is ever going to be even remotely close to that situation. So I feel like the word friend is not something you associate with your spouse.
Okay.
And I wonder how y'all feel about that.
Okay. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna go to Ashley first, and because I'll have her guys say that their wife or their best friend. So let's go up and see what Ashley got saying there. What's up with that Ashley, with that marriage?
Okay, so I'm not married, right?
Okay.
But like when you're dating someone, you have fun with them, you talk about almost every topic, you get to know them, get to know their family, where they're from. Like that is a foundational friend. Like you trust each other, you know, you love each other as people first, right? So categorically, they are a friend. Like you may say best friend because hey, because because of all those things and those memories that you've made together, right? So I think you can be both. Like I understand your point, and I think that's a good point that they're categorically different, but I think setting the foundation of getting to know each other, having fun, being there for each other, that kind of justifies a friendship too.
Okay. All right. PM, what's up with that? What's up with the marriage of friend? I don't know if you know, well, I
I
do, but go ahead.
I had we had this conversation on my podcast one time, and it was it it was kind of confusing because people say that yeah, they married their best friend and they had best friends, and I was trying to figure out at what point does this person become your best friend or a friend. I personally said that I didn't have any female best friends, but females would say that I'm their best friends at a certain point. So case in point, it was a chick that was married, right? She had been married 20 odd years, maybe going on 20. And she was still saying in those 20 years that I was her best friend. And I was like, well, you can't be, because I can't call you in the middle of the night if I have an issue. I can't do certain different things. I don't even know your husband. We have never had a conversation. So there's no way in the world that I possibly can be any of your best friend. I might be a friend of yours that you had, but I can't be your best friend because I can't be there. You can't be there for me when I need you, but I can be there for you if you need me. I think it's a case by case basis, man. And I think that people need to have external friends because, if you have that turmoil in the house and y'all having that argument, you have your friend argument with your friend, y'all in the house, y'all beefing. Y'all know how y'all resolve conflict, but that can be an issue within itself. I've never said in any of my relationships that they were best friends because you can't eat what I had to really tell you if I really had to tell you something. Because my best friends, I'm telling that, you know what I mean, and they're gonna be in agreement of if they can take it or not. But you're not gonna be able to take what I really have to say to you. You know what I mean? And I don't think that thing is gonna work.
I
But don't for
understand.
your friends, you have different friends with different personalities that need different communication styles from you. So why can't that be different? Why can't
Yeah,
that be the same thing?
you said so the communication style is gonna vary because of the type of friends, right? But
Or like within your guy group or whatever, right? Everybody's
mhm,
personality is different. You can't talk to everybody the same way, right? So why can't your wife as a friend have that same differential
the
tone?
same thing. It's because the emotion has been involved with it. Now I'm not having that type of engagement with my homeboys. You see what I'm saying? So now when we've had that intimate setting and you come out, now you feel that I can't tell you certain things. You see what I'm saying? That yeah, I'm gonna have a different tone with my homeboys, but I can also tell them something, and it's for them to either apply it or not apply it, and they're not gonna have that type of emotion backing that the response. But if I'm having intimate settings with this woman, all the emotions and then the 15 personalities that's in her head is gonna come out, and it's gonna be a whole different problem. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't deal with that because you can't really stomach what I'm gonna have to tell you if I need to tell you. My grandfather always told me, tell her what she needs to know, not what she wants to hear. So I gotta stick with that rule.
All right. All right. Let's cover up Woo, and then we're gonna hit up Rico because I saw your what's up with that marriage and best friend type thing and all that. Woo, what's up with that?
Say, man, boy, poked and hit. Ooh, you done pour salt on the wound, on the old wound. God, dog. Bruh, we feel the same. And when I tell you that was a source of contention in an old relationship, but I'm glad you said what you said, brother, because I feel the same way. Um, man, they just ain't the same.
At all.
They just ain't the same. And so PM, right? My brother,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah, PM. So exactly what PM just said. I made the mistake of saying in a basic conversation, and my ex knew this young lady well. and I said she was my best friend girl. Woo! All hell broke loose. All hell broke loose, and I was just flabbergasted because I was like, "What?" And then there come the paradigm that you not my best friend, you my wife. You do I There's some things I give you and some things I expect from you that I don't expect from her as the best friend girl and my homeboy as my best friend. So that's where I draw the lines. It wasn't accepted, and I got a sneaky suspicion that 9 times out of 10 it probably won't be accepted. So I don't know how I'm gonna do that. And it sounds like Poke has done it and successful, but I definitely feel the way you feel, brother. My lady I'm dating right now, she my girl. I do anything for her, but is she my best friend? No.
I got you. All right, let's see.
She got a best girlfriend. I know of her. And she got a best male friend. I know of him loosely, and I ain't got no problem with that.
Rico, what's up with it?
Not for me. I believe that couples should be friends first. That's where the trust is built. Who better to communicate with than someone that you call a friend? Who better to build an intimate relationship than someone you call friend? Because if you're in a relationship, there's nothing you can't talk about. Communication, in my opinion, is the foundation of every relationship. In my years of having sex, when I found a woman that I could openly talk to and we shared conversations with one another, there was no secrets. That was like the best sex because we connected mentally. So when we did have sex, it was better. So in my opinion, I think that being a friend first is everything. Plus, as a man, I believe it lets us care more and we're less likely to be willing to hurt that woman if we care about her before we become intimate with her. Because if you're my friend, I don't want to hurt you as a friend. I more than likely wouldn't want to hurt you if we was in a relationship. So I just think that they should be friends first.
Okay, and I'm gonna say and then I'm gonna come to Ashley and then Pope. I saw that expression on Pope's face. Secrets. I think there's always going to be secrets. I don't think all of the secrets gonna ever come out. That's just me. Whether that's with your friend or that's with your wife or with whomever, because if they do, one thing women do, and I'm not saying nothing, Ashley, but is that they don't forget a lot of shit. They will remember every fucking thing that you say or whatever you say, and when you share too many with this one, and then you're not with that one no more, then. So my point is, there's always be secrets. Just to talk about the marriage and the friend, I've never said that. I've been married a couple of times that either one of them was my best friend. I've never said that. Now, the first one was I was real young and didn't think about it or whatever. The second one I was a little bit older, but I never still said that she was my best. I never looked at her as my best friend. So I don't know where I am with that, but I still know that through both of them, there's still things that I did not share with them. And I'm with mine now for 13 years, and she's probably watching right now. She watch all of them. And there's things that I won't share with her because that's just me and my communication deal. What's up? So, but that's just me with that. But I need to go to Ashley and then Pope. And so we can I don't want to hold you guys too much longer, but I want to make sure everybody get their talking point in. Ms. Ashley, you got anything else you want to touch on with what's been said?
My only comment is, I guess, I feel like I'm hearing, like, if you have your spouse as your best friend or your friend, that you can't have any other friends, and that's not what I'm saying or how I feel. I think that this is just, they are your friend and you have other friends too, but you treat them accordingly, like you've built the foundation to be close and cultivate that relationship. Like, this isn't your only friend now. That's all.
Okay. Pope.
So the one thing Ashley has said that the talking to my friends differently. I don't know anything about that. This, like Pete, did I talk to you differently than anybody else you done see me speak to? Like when we was at the shop, did hell even what's that big body lifting sorry ass nickname? I'm sorry, forgive me. You know what I'm talking about, the bald headed motherfucker.
Who are you talking about?
Who you
You know
talking
what I'm
about?
talking about, Pete?
I was about to say which one.
Man, go on say it.
But what my point is that even when there's a sensitive motherfucker in the crew, his ass gonna learn to toughen up real quick. Otherwise, he probably ain't gonna be in the crew long. So, like that again, when you were saying that, I was just like, what the hell? Like,
Well, maybe that's just me then.
No, and that's why I'm putting the caveat in. Like, I don't know nothing about that. Like, maybe it's some motherfuckers done disappeared because I told them they breath stank, and I didn't say it politely.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I probably punched them in the mouth with a pack of Tic Tacs. Like, that's probably what it did.
Hey, it's hard being real in a fake world. People don't like the truth no more.
But it was a strong punch because he should have known better. Yeah. You're an adult. You should never tell you your breath smell like dump truck juice.
Damn.
Okay. Now,
dump truck juice.
I got a question. I got a question because based upon something Ashley said, and Poe can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm thinking his question and what he said wasn't meaning that he couldn't have other friends.
Oh no.
I didn't think he was saying that he couldn't have other friends. Okay. I just want to make sure. That ain't what I heard. Okay.
Yeah.
And so and back to me, because I'm really the definition, I don't want friend to be used loosely. Just like I don't want wife to be used loosely.
Exactly.
Like my wife, like that means I have nothing else that means something even remotely close to that.
There you go.
You see, I have nothing else that means even anything remotely close to my wife. There's nothing I feel I've invested in emotionally the same way in anything as my wife. But that does not make her my best friend.
Right.
Because I'm one of them people that I've had the same best friend since the 3rd grade. Talking about to this day.
Damn.
Okay, I got to hold 2 of his babies right after they was born. And when I'm talking about like getting wiped, born, after they got wiped down, like I'm 3rd in line.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So I know what my best friend would bleed for him. I know I would. For my wife, I would murder the world. Damn. Again, I know my best friend do. Call him right now. Bro, I need to come get picked up. I'm finna come get picked up.
Yeah.
But when it comes to my wife, whatever our relationship is, it is not comparable to that of my best friend, who I have been best friends with since 3rd grade. And then even the other friends that I have, let's downgrade it from the friends. Very close with them. Most of them I would bleed for. None of them would I openly risk my freedom for, though.
Right.
For my wife, it would not matter.
Right.
Shit.
Not even the littlest bit.
Right.
It's on some, I wish you would. Then I turn into please don't kill me, Freaky Jason.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you this right here, Poe. Couple of things. If she watching this right here, you just got a whole lot of cool points. You probably, boy, look at here, cause I can feel it. Everything that you saying. But no, I'm saying I can feel what you saying over here. And if your ass have to go to jail, we will put money on your books. Believe that.
I'm just saying, like, there's a difference between that.
Yeah.
Like the word wife to me, especially when we're talking about the covenant of marriage. Like there is a bond that you will, with your wife, with your husband, that you should have with no one or no thing else. And that's where I'm putting the measurement of it. When I say my wife ain't my best friend, because I got a best friend, had a best friend before I knew my wife existed.
Right.
Okay. Like I'm talking about from Ninja Turtles to my first car to my first piece. My best friend been there. You did what I'm saying? From Ninja Turtles, first car, first piece.
Your best friend was there when you got your first piece?
He the one who lined it up.
Man, that's your dog.
You stupid, Pokey.
So let me do this,
That's
y'all.
real.
Hey, he telling us he loved his best friend.
No, that's real.
Like, hey, if he didn't know you love him, he know now.
But
Hey,
again, I ain't got no problem telling him I love him. He know it.
Folks said his homeboy did this. Hey, put this on. You're gonna need this, bro.
I'm telling
All right,
you.
let me switch gears right quick. PM, I didn't get to ask you if you had a topic, but Woo, did you have something you want to throw in? Because I don't want to keep you guys too much longer.
I had some, but you can skip me because I had some.
Go ahead. No, we got you. I just want to switch gears.
I was going to speak about, so everybody's been reading or read or heard about the Coach Moore in Michigan being fired.
Yep.
And I don't know, does everyone know who the girl is?
I saw a picture of her on Facebook today.
Okay, she don't look like us.
No, she white girl.
Yeah, she a white girl. She don't look like us. So my topic was going to be about that. This is, and my cousin know, this relationship outside your race. I don't understand it. You talking about a best friend. I got a best friend that's in that predicament. I know what he like. That's the flavor he like. I don't understand it. We talk about it. My boys, we talk about it. I don't understand it. But that was gonna be my topic about y'all feelings about that.
Right. Okay. Let me start, and then then after that I want to come to Ashley after myself. We talk about dating, I guess, outside your race. Now, I have a oldest son, Woo, which you know. He will not date the black woman. Period. Because he says something to the fact, and I can't remember, about the drummer and their mouth, and he ain't got time for all that shit and all that whatever, something. I can't remember because it's a long time ago. But he will not date a woman, a black woman, period. Me, I don't personally care to date outside of my race. I mean, I never have. My first wife, her great grandmother was white, so my mom and daddy was black, but you go down the bloodline or whatever, like stuff like that. You know my first wife. We all went to school together, but now in my late age, I just haven't. I just, had never even thought about it really. Just I don't have no other reason behind that. So, but to that guy to go to that other side, I got a couple of things I'll say on that, but first I'm gonna just work the room because mine usually kind of come in a little bit last. But let me go up to Miss Ashley and see what she think about that. What do you think about that black coach date with the white woman and then just dating out your race?
Well, I'm not sure about the coach situation, but as far as interracial dating, I'm not a huge fan. But I also lean into, to each their own. If that's what you like, if that's what you're comfortable with, if that's who you find that loves you and you want to do life with that person, cool. I probably won't. I'm just haven't found one that I was attracted to. Not a huge fan of how they smell. That's just my. That's just my perspective.
Damn, man.
I'm not a fan of their hygiene routine and how they are raised. And on another level, like, I don't I don't like your ancestors, and I know you personally didn't do it. Probably not your family, but is I have a hard time getting over that and us finding like a common ground, and for you to really understand me and take me seriously on some of the ways I may feel about that.
I'm gonna just say this right quick, and then we'll open it up to someone else. But you said I hear all you saying right there. You sound real strong on that and firm, but you said probably won't. So meaning that you might, but listen to everything else you said. It was like, no, I'm not doing that. I don't like the way you smell like a wet dog. I don't like your history. I don't like this. I don't like that.
Hey,
But you
Wizzo.
still,
She didn't say that.
Wizzo, oh, Professor.
my bad. But
I
you
wasn't gonna
said,
say that, but Professor.
but you said probably. So meaning that you wasn't sure, but listening to everything else you said, it's like you're not and you won't.
Well, because I don't want to say, you never say never. I don't want to say
Okay.
never. I
Okay.
think that life can happen, and
Okay.
I just don't want to. I just don't want to say never, but I do feel strongly. It's something amazing would have to happen, being totally swept off my feet, and everything else, totally work through.
Okay.
But it would take a lot for me to get there.
You saying Brad Pitt could do it?
Okay.
Huh?
She
No,
said
Brad Pitt
Pitt
doesn't
could
take
do it.
baths. Mm-mm.
Who you say don't take baths?
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Oh,
You take washouts. They don't even use. They say they don't even use a washcloth. But PL.
And they don't wash their feet either. So no.
Damn.
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same question. I'm glad y'all brought it up. I seen a young lady saying, she was doing a video like, if you tired of this, kind of like when Suge Knight did that to Diddy, like you come over to death row. She kind of did that on the video real quick. I clicked on it and researched her. She'd had 2 black children. She has a black man. The thing about, like Ashley said, your chances are gonna be slim because the white man does not is attractive to black women, right? So your chances are gonna be.
Broke up.
You broke up, PM. Say that one more
I
time.
think we need to hear what that breakup was.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. White men are not attracted to black women like that. It's gonna be very few. If you look at the white men that do date black women, it's gonna be a certain look, it's gonna be basically a black representation of him, like a replica of him, right? It's gonna be like the ones we don't consider to be, they're kind of weird sometimes. You might find one that's a little bit different, but they're not attracted to black women, so that's gonna be different. But on the other hand, I heard y'all say earlier, white people are 6% of the world, right? And then they're deeper here. Well, they're losing all their white women here to the NFL and the logos, NFL, the NBA, and now like trending, we're like black men are trending now. Like you got to go get you one of those. You know what I'm saying? So your chances of being selected by a white woman is gonna be higher than black woman getting selected by a white man. But the like you said, the smells and all that, is to each his own. I mean, I don't know. I heard Wizzo say the wet dog and everything. That's very common what they say about it. But right now, for some reason, you're hearing a lot of our black men not wanting to date black women for certain reasons. And I had that on my show too. It was, a lot of the things that they put on from the fans. We talked about that, the nails and the hair. A lot of them want a natural woman. And the men are going to the women and like, hey, I love you, sister, but I will want to see you in your natural state. They're turning it around saying, no, this is what you want. I know you like it because I see the women on Instagram. Well, you're not doing it for me, baby. You're doing it for Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So we have to get back to the natural essence of our woman. You know what I mean? But right now, to be honest with you, the black woman is losing the race to not just white women, but they're losing the race to a lot of different, races, right? So we have to figure out how to fix that problem to even just retain the black man in our in our culture. You know what I'm saying? And for our black women, because it's slimming up, it's a little bit different. And I think we really need to pay attention to it because it's conversations that's really being had within the barbershop from men telling me they're this much almost done dating black women. So that I really think about that one.
Let's go to Rico and then hit Pope. Rico, what's up? Dating outside the race?
Hey, I don't believe in it. I just can't see. I've never dated, kissed, none of that with a white woman. I just can't agree with it to a point where my youngest son, that's like his favorite flavor, vanilla. But I had to tell him, I just like, I don't, he can date them, but I wouldn't want him to marry one because anything I'm going to leave him, I wouldn't want her to get it and give it back to their family. We lose enough. Think about all of these millionaires. Take Kobe Bryant, for example. All them billions of dollars or how much ever money he had, a lot that he had. It's with a white woman now that wouldn't do anything to save his daddy or give his parents any money, regardless of their situation. Now that's but to a white back to a white family. They don't need any other money, any more millions and billions of dollars over in the white community. We need them in our community. So I'm always thinking about that. And the number one reason is I just don't think you could ever trust them. At least 85% of them. But and you don't know who's the good or who's the bad. So I just people that I don't trust, I don't want around me. So that's how I feel about it.
When you get down to it, though, it's pink in the middle. But let's go to Big Pope.
It's all pink.
All right, so 25, 30 years ago, I wouldn't have cared. Like, do what you want to do. You know, do what you want to do. I don't care. But because I'm in the practice, it's against the law to me because I'm in the practice. Now, what Rico was talking about, though, because again, I believe in the tribes, and I went after designate Kobe's widow as part of one of the tribes, not a white woman. But I understand what you're saying. You'd prefer for it to be a more melanated looking woman.
Exactly.
I don't have a problem with that. As far as the culture goes, again, that's a war against us. When I was talking about how we need to love seeing each other more, that's one of the key factors right there. We need to love seeing each other more. And we can't do that if we can't have open and honest communication that is to be edifying, as in to build us up. So when we talk about the lack of respect when it comes to communication, that does need to be heard and that needs to be addressed, because if we are trying to be better, if we are trying to be for each other, then we actually have to be for each other.
Yeah,
that's kind of all I got to say about that.
All righty. PM, were you gonna bring up something, or we already said that with that?
Yeah, it was the same thing that he was saying. I was gonna bring it up, and I was gonna ask Ashley first because I seen the young lady on the video talking about it, so I wanted to see how she felt or what her comments was about it. But she basically answered it before we got.
Okay, that's what's up. So with that being said, y'all, we're about at that 2-hour mark, so I don't want to hold you guys too much longer. I'm gonna go around the room, get some closing comments or anything else that I'd like to say. And to the viewers that's watching now, maybe you're catching later, hey, we appreciate your support, appreciate you watching it. And if you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, the link is in the description. Just make sure you hit that notification bell because I post according to my guest availability. And this is the last live of 2025. So with that being said, ain't nobody mad but the devil. Before we pass the collection plate, we're going to come up here to Miss Ashley and let's get some closing comments about this thing.
I had a great time with you guys. I think this is an awesome platform. I can't wait for my one-on-one to dive deeper into, how I want to enrich the community and boost everybody, support our entrepreneurs. Probably not that. But nothing but positivity and light and prosperity. I hope you guys have wonderful, happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. Enjoy it, be merry, and just bring all the positivity into 2026 and leave the negative shit here in 2025.
Boom, just like that. Well, Miss Ashley, hey, look, I appreciate you. First time seeing you, meeting you, Rico turned me on to you, and we would definitely get that one-on-one scheduled sometime in January. And hopefully, this is not your last time. Well, I know it's not going to be your last time. Hopefully, we come back many more. Maybe when we have adult conversation between men and women, I must warn you, that shit get X-rated.
Sounds good.
Already there. With that being said, let me come on over here to my cousin for some closing comments. What's up, Big Woo?
Man, thanks again for the invitation, Kinfolk. I've seen many of you, besides Ashley, on past podcasts. Thanks for letting me share this platform and learning from you, and just just glappy for my cousin, man, because I remember the first time he talked about the thought of having this, just to see how far it has grown and where it's going to go from here. Kudos to Wizzo Talk.
Yeah, I appreciate it, cuz. Appreciate you always answering the call, ready to go. Appreciate you for that. Let's come on down to PM. PM, what you got?
Man, Wizzo, I want to thank you, bro. It's an honor being on your last show, 2025. It was all the way live. Really appreciate you even helped me when I, started mine early this year. So, all the support, all the people you thrown, man. I want to congratulate you on your over 10,000 views, 10,000 hours. Like, you're really working on it, man, and it's showing off. So, salute to you. Appreciate even Rico, Pokey. Nice meeting the lady with the black Santa Claus on, Cuzzo over here, and everything, man. It was a pleasure being on with y'all, bro. It was very therapeutic to me. You know what I mean? My head was about to blow up this week, going up and down with situations I had earlier this year. But I want to thank y'all for just having me on. Thank you.
That's what's up.
Put your podcast in the back, PM Lifestyles.
PM Lifestyle Podcast, yes, sir.
All right.
Next to them Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all.
You hear that villain laughing right there? You hear that villain? He's a villain. He laughing. He know why he laughing too.
Hey, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something about PM. I was turned on to PM by Cree, and we've been cool and we've been chatting, we've been helping one another out religiously back and forth. And Seven was on our podcast. Some of you may have seen Seven, some of you know Seven. And he was sick and he was down. And PM came from Dallas, way up on the north side of Dallas, down to Temple to visit him. When he was sick and down and all that, and I happened to go to Houston that day, so I didn't get to catch up with PM. But big shout out to you for coming on down. And PM, he's a man of the word, just like I think all of us right here on this podcast is. And I know he's actually a lady of her word, I'm sure. So he came down and to talk with Seven. At that time, Seven didn't know he was there, but he felt his presence, I'm sure. So I appreciate it. So let's poke out what the hell you got going on.
I know, right?
Yeah, he turned this stuff to the side.
So, I just want to say that about PM. So let's
I'll arrow down. You want Windows?
Yeah, let's go up to Rico. Rico, what you got on the closing comments before we get out
For
here?
my people out there, the great James Baldwin once said, a person who has never suffered can never grow. So just because you go through something in life and you suffering from something, don't give up. It's not the end of the world. There's no such thing as a bad day or a bad week. That's only a moment in your life. Keep going.
That's appreciate it. All right. Poke Dog, what you got for us before we close up out of here? And I'll say a little bit of something.
For sure. I forgot to mention Chris Darden when Rico had brought up the question about us not fighting. Like I wanted. You remember Christopher Darden, right?
Yes, sir.
No. The police officer that shot up several police officers. Like he went left, and he got trapped in the house. And they burned him down. Burnt him in the house down. You don't remember that?
In California. In California,
Is this recently?
No, it's a while back.
6 years ago, man?
Yeah, probably 6-7 years ago. You don't remember that? No? You don't ring no bells? Well,
the police department
it was probably good that I skipped over it, because that was was one of the questions I was going to pose. Is like he talking about like a Christopher Darden situation, like, because that's more than likely what would happen, which is kind of what Ashley was saying, is that from an impunity standpoint, we'd get trapped in a house and they would just set it on fire, or we'd come out to the firing squad, and I just wanted to make sure I got that out, because Chris Darden just kept looking at me, and I was just like, I should definitely bring that up.
Talking about the attorney Chris Darden, but I know about that too.
Okay.
And Wizzo, always a pleasure to work with you, man. I love it. The barbershop talk is always fun. always still sharpening steel. Rico is one of my favorite guests outside of Seven, of course. Because under Rico gonna say some shit, I'm gonna have to get on the box. But I love it.
Always.
I love it. Yeah. But Nagas, NAAGA. Like if you're a black person, you're in a gun ownership, you're a Second Amendment advocate, go ahead and look into the group. It won't hurt you at all. If you're in the Dallas area, Body by Old Tactics. Great man. I recommend it a lot. You never learned before. It's a good man to get behind to show you how to defend yourself properly.
Me too.
That's what's up. And I was gonna say that
Rascal Defense, come holler at me, man. I do license to carry certification, level 4 personal protection, all that. I do this sort range birthday parties, and I'm about to have an AR-15 building party too. So if y'all want your ARs, man, about to do one in the first of the year. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna all build one right here in front of each other, man. We're gonna take a big old picture as we leave.
Well, how can they find you then? Shit, how
city
can
are
they
you in?
find you?
I'm making the flyers and everything right now as we speak. I'm designing the website right now. Like I've been working on it all day. Once I do it, I'm gonna post the web and send everybody the flyer. What we're gonna do is it's gonna be so you don't have to really come out the pocket. We're gonna buy a part each week or every 2 weeks, whatever your pockets can afford, right? And I'm gonna give you a list. Once you get your checklist down and everybody's complete within 4 to 6 weeks, then we'll have a build party. So I'm looking at the end of January, first week of February to have a party. And we're just gonna come together. I'm gonna record everything, man. We come in there, we're gonna build AR-15. It's gonna take probably less than an hour, or probably an hour, because I'm gonna be helping everybody at their little stations, whatever we set up. But yeah, it's guaranteed to happen, man. Whatever AR you want to build.
Yeah. Ashley, what you say? He up in Dallas. Did you ask where was he at?
Yeah.
I'm in McKinney.
I'm in McKinney.
Woo, yeah. North 40.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what's up. Yeah. I tell you what, PM, I was man, we got to get you. Thought you would have posted and said a little bit more about that in your intro, but you was driving and all that stuff like that. But it's all good. We'll definitely get that information out there. So guys, I'm just gonna say this right here in closing, just to share a few numbers with you. I started doing the paperwork on Wizzo Talk in 2022 late. I launched my first podcast in 2023. I interviewed my dad. He talked about history, how black people couldn't drink at the water fountains and white water fountains and blah, 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 and all that stuff like that. And that was in 2023. So to this day, I have 881 subscribers in a couple of years. I have over 420-some thousand total views. I've interviewed 76 people. However, I didn't keep up with how many times they've been on multiple times, like you guys have been on multiple times like that. And I've spent just a little bit north of $15,000 starting my podcast. A lot of it because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I'm outside in my backyard. I took a 8x10 storage shed and turned it into a studio installation and blah, blah, blah. Lights, camera, action. Had to buy a laptop. I didn't have shit but an idea and started it. And I'm just saying that, I'm still learning. I create a whole lot of shorts, clips. Some of my short clips have 30,000 views. Some of them have 1 view. But we've talked about some of everything here on Wizzo Talk. And all these views and subscribers wouldn't be possible without a lot of you guys. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming on Wizzo Talk repeatedly over and over again. I appreciate the viewers that's watching. I believe in free speech. So they can say whatever the fuck they want to say. We may entertain it, we may not entertain it, but I let them say it. So I appreciate their comments coming in. So guys, I just want to say that right there. Just wanted to share some numbers with y'all. This is the last live of 2025. Looking forward to better, bigger, and better in 2026. And hopefully, who knows, I may hit 1,000 subscribers next year and probably 1 million views. But this podcast still is, I don't make shit on it. It's not monetized, and I don't look into all of the options. I have a good job. I make some money. I got a little merch website, sell a little bit of that. And I say this on that before I get ready to go also is, you look on there, the shirt may be $20, but I have it marked down to where the profit is only $5 for me. So I don't have a big profit margin on there. I just excited. Shit just excites me to do this shit. I'm excited to be able to find guys, Pope, Ashley, Rico, to come on, and it's supposed to be 2 other guys on. They guess me. Sometimes I invite extra guys because sometimes Some of them ghost me. But you guys came through tonight for 2025. I appreciate y'all love, support. And I'm just gonna say this: Paul Wizzo saying, "Holla at your boy," and we gonna get up the fuck up out of here.
See y'all. Peace.
All right.